Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm like, welcome to my page. My page, my comment says, but I try to keep it down under the nitty-gritty under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, that means it's something very, very, very important. And not important to liberals, libertards, people believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT. Listener's discretion is advised. Going down a rabbit hole, not up your asshole. And don't eat booty, guys. Don't go down on a woman on a Bloody Mary either. Don't do none of that. Don't fuck women on her diarrhea and the fetish shit. I don't want to hear it. Alright? Okay. Now, since I got that out of the way, I want you guys to watch this video. And it's very detriment that you listen to, copycats of imagery of Kevin Samuels and everyone else who wants to be like him and also like me, but they can't be like me because I'm too cringy, okay? I have been taught by the pimps, by the things that I know, okay? And I also have been a gigolo in my past without having sex with women, okay? I got paid for my services, okay, in the past. But I want you to watch this video, and you can read my description and know where I'm at and how to find me down there. But this guy and a lot of guys on the internet, the Red Pill Foundation, MGTOW Foundation, whatever, Passport Bros, which I started, and Kevin Samuels, y'all should follow that to protect your hearts. It is very important to listen. But let's get on with the video tape. If you have any comments, questions, insults, or roast fest, you put it down below. And I will stop this video from time to time. All right, so I won't get sidetracked, all right, on what I want to say. All right, this is a response video. Let's hear what he has to say.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You look very pretty.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. Is that your brother?
No, that's my boyfriend.
Oh! I just thought you looked cute. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Thank
my
you.
bad.
I mean,
You feel me? I can still get your number.
you're not gonna say nothing?
What you say? It's you. It's you.
I mean, so you don't care? Like, he's talking to me, you're not gonna say nothing?
I care.
He's asking for my number,
You wanna
you're
say?
not saying anything.
I'm waiting for you to say something.
No, you're the man. You're supposed to say something.
I'm supposed to say something right now?
You're the man.
What if I wasn't here?
Honestly, like,
Okay.
you can get my number. Don't worry about him.
Okay, here you go.
See?
Now, before he begins to speak, I want you to understand how cold she was when she played the brother, okay? All right? It is very detriment that you play the game of chess, okay? So you can think 10 steps ahead before you get your emotions involved, okay? You see how that guy, the boyfriend, was pretty attractive too as well. It does not matter, guys, how attractive you are. A woman's mindset must be what? Tested and approved. And I know this guy, her boyfriend, didn't even ask her if she was a virgin. I already know that he's a beta male. I understand he's a simp. Simp means suckers investing in mediocre pussy. That means the woman has already been broken into. And of course, sometimes guys do be simp to try to give her a chance, but it's okay. But you're taking a high risk. All right? But you have to test women out, okay? You have to teach them the code of and conduct of a woman. You have to teach them this because they have not been taught by any father figure whatsoever on how to conduct themselves. See, I have daughters. I conduct myself very well in front of them and also try to teach them the ways of how it should be to be a woman of high caliber. But since I don't have them, I am still in communication with them. And of course, you'll see them one day, okay? But other than that, this is very important not to put your heart into stuff. It's okay to feel a little concern. Good jealousy is good, but bad jealousy is not, okay? Jealousy only means that you do have some sort of affinity towards a person. And I was watching a video and doing some research on the word jealous because I was told I was called jealous. And I said, it is natural to feel jealous, okay, or concern, okay, for a situation that seems suspect, okay? But women who don't care about you will not feel jealous. A man who does not feel for you, he will not feel jealous at all. Now, you may say it's a perspective, it's objective or whatever, but that's on you. You know how you're a mother and you're watching your children. You'll be concerned. Is that jealousy? Of course it's not jealousy. It's just being concerned. When you're concerned, it depends on the level of things that you have not brought up front with the person. You have to tell people up front, hey, this is not allowed, this is not allowed, and this is not allowed. But I want you to, as guys, to understand this. A lot of females, I'm saying specifically, in general, have not been taught on how to conduct themselves in front of other men, in front of you. And you heard what he said. He simply said, if I wasn't here, what would you do? She would have got his number, you see? And you are going to have to do your due diligence to test her out. Psychoanalyzing. You have to do the test in the background. It's a constant thing. It's a stressful thing to be in relationships. It's a stressful thing to be a father and a mother. It is a task. It is a job, guys. If you're just better off alone, then that's on you. That's good. Okay, there's nothing wrong with isolating yourself and staying away from people. But this world is about experience, okay? But I want you guys to hear what he has to say, okay? And continue on and continuance. But understand what he's saying is the real McCoy too. But what I'm saying is a little more stricter and more disciplined. Let's get on. Let's continue the videotape, okay?
These women don't even know how to protect their man. As you can see, she prefers that her man gets into an altercation about her that could lead to his death.
Exactly. That's another thing too. Stop traveling to women in developed countries like in America, because I know guys who got killed because they wanted to visit a woman for a used piece of pussy. Now, don't get me wrong. In the past, I've done it for payment, but I never fuck them, okay? I already told you this before. You got payment coming up front. You charge me. You send the PayPal, the Cash App. I'm not going nowhere. You're going to meet in public. I need to scope my surroundings. I'm paranoid. But now these days, you can't do shit like that, okay? But you see what he just said. You heard what he just said, okay? You saw it out of his own mouth. You can die. I saw a man at a gas pump, and I'm pretty sure y'all probably saw this video as well, where he just said hi to a female, and the guy just jumped out of the car and said, you said hi to my girl, okay? Some shit like that. Jealousy shouldn't go that far. It shouldn't be that high. But he basically just pulled out a weapon, and I thought he was joking. You see, you would be caught off guard, and you say, hey, man, I just said hi. I didn't do nothing. He was like innocent. He just popped him right in his face. First-degree murder. Okay, passion of heat and crime, you want to call it. He was just too emotional. He shot him, and he even shot him while he was on the ground. It was execution style. He's not getting out of jail for that, okay? But you have to understand to control your emotions, guys. Once you become to control your emotions, you will be the better man, okay? Because women already got their emotions in check because they know they can get dick anywhere or get money anywhere. But let's finish what he has to say.
Right? She even set the stage for it. Told him, you're not going to do anything? No, it was you who were supposed to turn away, walk towards your man, and grab his hand. That kills everything. The selfish nature of...
And another thing, I require all my women to don't have conversations. If a man says, you got to give specific instructions. I know this may seem hard for you guys. You may think I'm trying to be controlling. No. There is no communication between a man and a woman. You just don't have it. Now, I could say if a man said, hey, what's going on? How you been, okay? It's okay for her to say hi. I'm not jealous of that, okay? But if a man says, you look pretty cute, I don't mind compliments, but my woman will not respond to that, okay? She's not going to say thank you, okay? And she's not going to say, oh, my man is right here. She's not going to say that because she's been trained. I told you before, you have to train them. I learned that from Pimps. You have to train them. They didn't have father figures to train them and teach them. So if she's single, she can accept all of the compliments she wants. Okay? But when it comes down to vice versa, if a woman compliments me, I'll be like, thanks a lot. That's it. But if she says, oh, what's going on? Your sugar daddy mama fine. You're fine thing, okay? Then I'm going to be like, hey, that's fine too for a man. But if a woman, anytime a man is lusting or a woman is lusting, you should put that shit in check. You both should not accept it, especially if you're single or not. You shouldn't expect it. I believe on both sides of the fence. I don't want my woman to be jealous, but she knows that if she wants a piece of me, I do polygyny. And she's supposed to accept that. So it goes one way. But if I tell my woman, I said, you are not supposed to accept compliments. Okay? Like compliments like, oh, how you been, little sugar mama? She's supposed to say, I'm not your sugar mama. And I do not appreciate that. Right? Okay? You have to teach them that. Okay? You have to teach the woman what compliments are accepted and what compliments are accepted. I say, you look really nice. You look really cute. I don't care about those compliments. She could say thank you and go on her way. But if that man continues to talk, you already know there's no such thing as a communication. It should not be a communication between a man and a woman. Compliments are okay. And it depends on the compliments. Now, in this situation, he says she looked nice. I'm pretty sure he's not offended by it. He's saying, she looks nice. But he got offended by she not taking action immediately. She should have just said, hey, just like what he said, I should have went with my man. But now she's going to be suffering. She's going to suffer in the long run because it's a skit. It's a skit. It's a setup. And I want you guys to do this more to help other guys out. Though you can take a high risk, though, for doing this, because I've broken up a lot of guys through payments, though. I say, hey, give me my $20. Put the $20 there. I make a simple phone call. I take your girl. I can do it with a simple phone call. All right? But I recommend that you protect yourself if you want to help other guys. Because some guys are very, very fucking emotional. And they will kill you. But anyway, let's continue on with that.
A woman, in order to get her dopamine release, she needed to see her man get into an altercation in order to please her. And truthfully, I would have did just like the brother did. If you even desire the attention of another man, I desire that you have it, right? If men can get your attention without doing the work that I do.
And another thing too, if my woman would ever just catch me off guard with some bullshit, and I taught her the appropriate things to say, and she forgets, she's cut off. See, pimps call it cut off time, okay? Now, they may change the words or whatever. When a bitch or a hoe step out of line, she gets cut off. You cut off your emotion. You cut off everything because she had lost the lesson. The lesson is real simple. And this is how you guys can be alpha, by cutting her off. She's walking down the street. She's looking at a guy. Okay, I saw a video like this too. And she turns her head while she's flirting. She knows she's flirting. You cut the bitch off. You say, hey, you have a nice day. And then that's it. That's the end of the relationship. It's that simple, guys. Same thing with another guy, which basically whistled at her. And she turned around looking at him. He basically took the jacket off. I think he put the jacket on her first and then took the jacket back, okay? And of course, on top of that, there was another situation where the woman didn't appreciate a man's chivalry, okay? The chivalry is definitely not dead, okay? It's really not dead, but it's dying little by little because there's too many simps out there. So if a woman's not thankful for what has been given to her, her proper etiquette is off. You need to cut that bitch off. You need to cut that bitch off, right? And for you women listening to me thinking I hate you, I don't hate you. You're just not trained. You're not taught. And you don't want to be taught as well. You're too independent and too stubborn, stuck in your ways. But let's continue with the video. I teach a lot of things that I'm not gatekeeping. I share my information, what I know. I'm 51 and I ain't got no time for kids. If you need a counselor or a father figure or a therapist type of guy like me, you know how to hit me up on my Cash App. You know how to hit me up on my information. I'm on Facebook mainly and TikTok though. All right, so let me finish this video and be done with it for today.
Without buying you the things that I buy you, without doing the work that I do.
Your personality should outshine any man she could ever encounter. So what happened in that situation again is basically his personality was not enough for her. There are women, I'm going to tell you, there are women out there who have everything they need and still will cut your ass off. That's how hardcore women are. Women are the bigger pimps, guys. I'm sorry. They get you in the courts all of the time. So it's time to flip that role to the patriarch, because that's what they want. They really want the man to stand up to be strong, right? There is no equals here, okay? So whenever you have women like doing that type of shit, you can see how cold they are. They can have everything they want, and they still would try to play your ass because they're too horny or too undisciplined or too unfocused. They don't care about you. So when that happens and you don't want to talk about it, you don't want to talk to yourself about it, you will be played. And all because you got laid. And then you got no money from it, guys. You ain't getting no money for fucking with women at all. Every female I've ever dealt with paid me for my services. I do not play around with that. No money, no honey. I repeat, no money, no honey. She's not benefiting you. She's not bringing nothing into your life. She's not at... Fuck that being laid over getting paid. No money, no honey. Get paid over getting laid. Right? All right. Let me just finish this off.
I have to put in any work to get from you the same thing that apparently they can get for free. See, fellas, a woman like this, don't even trip if she's cheating. In fact, let her know that you're willing to share. You don't put too much effort and feelings into a woman like this. You utilize her until you cross paths with the woman that you're supposed to marry. Right?
Now, yeah, what he said is what I said. Okay, no money, no honey. You have to utilize what she is about. It's not about the coochie box down there. And she's not even a virgin. You got to put her on a lower pedestal. You have to. You got to treat her according to how much she pays you. You got that? Now, I know he's not like a pimp or anything, but he got that air, you know. He looks like the type of guy that's kind of like Kevin Samuels. Me, I don't do that. I'm more of a gigolo. I do services for women and get paid. But I don't get laid for it, okay? I do unique things, okay, for women. It doesn't matter what type of woman it is, as long as she got the money. She don't have no money, there's nothing going down, honey. But as I said time and time again, you guys, I gotta snap out of this emotion. I know some of you are in puppy dog love, you in pussy whip mode. When I was younger, let me tell you something here. I got pussy whipped just by being around a female, and I didn't get no ass. My teeth was all fucked up, but I had game. I was walking down the hall with 2 or 3 women, and people called me Big M in Westinghouse. I literally almost got into a couple fights because I wasn't trying to take their girl away from them. I just wrote them poems. I just had a way of, I had a swag, okay, to write. I'm a very excellent writer when it comes down to swooning women just by talking. Yes, I'm very good at it. I'm that guy. You do not want to fuck with. And so I'm the one who teach you guys to do these gold digging pranks on women, and you spread it, and that's a good thing to help guys. But you guys can't be too emotional. You'll get thrown in jail for life. You are more vulnerable because you don't get as much pussy as a woman gets dick. The reason why pussy is so fucking valuable is because of simps. We need porn just to release so the incels won't kill everybody, right? Because every man is like an incel unless he's highly attractive, okay, obviously. Because if you got a lot of money, you get all of the used shit, okay? And flies are drawing the shit, guys. Flies are drawing the shit. But what else is there to say about this video? It's a very good lesson to learn. You can watch it again. I know you might not like my 2 cents, but my 2 cents is more valuable than his because he never got paid for women all like that. I don't need to know most of you guys' past. You guys don't focus on the virginity aspect of things. You don't focus on polygyny. You don't focus on the fatherly. Where's the father at? You don't focus on making money. And this is where you're going to be beta. In my book, you're beta, okay? If you tell me you eat ass, you're beta. I don't want to have no more conversations. Okay, you're just cut off, okay? But you always got these trolls out there saying playing video games is beta. I said, nah, man. What are you talking about? That's our hobby. Okay? But what else is there to say about this video? This is a very good video. And if any time a woman checks you like that and tells you, asks you, like, what are you supposed to be doing something, like telling me not to do something. See, he did not teach her. I teach all my women, this is what happens on the internet. Somebody hit you up, you cut that bitch off. You don't communicate on. I don't allow my woman to communicate with men on the internet. Once a response is made, she's cut. She knows this. She knows this. You're cut. Communication of any type. Or I don't know the person. There's no need to communicate with no man. I know that makes sounds controlling to a lot of feminists or controlling women who are narcissistic, who want to take advantage of men's love. Okay, because I say to women all the time, if a man is insecure, he cares about you. If he's like minding his own business, he's always in the house, he's always working, he's in the military, he's trying to serve multiple people by being empathetic to the United States of America. He comes back, because this happens to most men, and his wife is fucking some other dude. He should be able to kill you. First squad. Okay? Men do too much. You guys are doing too much. Now, I have conversations with women all the time. Do you think men are more affectionate than women? And a lot of narcissist women will say, no. They'll say, we give our bodies. Okay, that's not enough. Okay? That's not what it is. That's an equal trade. What is a man to do? Men is initiating all of the things. Men are building all of the things. Women forget those things. Those topics are forgotten. They don't know how valuable men are the prize. They don't know that life comes from a man's ball sack rather than their egg, because the egg is just a shell full of nutrients. That spermatozoid has transformed, but they don't care about that information. You don't understand, okay? When I tell women this is that, I'm not trying to be like Kevin Samuels to knock them down by teaching them all about accountability. I tell them that once you lost your virginity, a real man don't really want you, okay? I don't care how much money he has. I don't care how average looking he is. A real man will not accept a woman who is not a virgin. All right. Okay. This is where I'm coming from. I'm sorry. You dig? You got it? A real man will not accept a woman who is not a virgin. Now, in some cases, if she got raped or something, her maturity is high, there's some exceptions. But if she's already contaminated and you don't check down there, she don't have a hymen, she got bumps, and you still go fuck it or some shit, something's wrong with you. All right? You're not supposed to go. You have to be an Inspector Gadget. You got to talk to gynecology. You got to do a lot of shit. You see my fingers here? I'm the peacock baby with the pimp hat, right? You guys can't do what I do. Those days are gone, okay? You'll literally get yourself in trouble like Andrew Tate when he went back to Bolivia, okay? And those girls try to slightly set him up like R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. You don't, it's out. No. When they know you, like, do what Hugh Hefner did. Sign contractual agreements. You think he got in trouble? You know, he's not stupid. He knows how the system works with women. I'm just trying to help you guys. You guys are the ones who committing suicide, not the women. Women don't care about the suicidal rate of men. They don't care about that shit. Okay? The women who are not taught are not talking about what men go through. They don't care about that. The courts don't even care about how you feel, because I went through the courts and I actually followed everything they asked me to do. And you can still lose your kids by 70%, especially if you do not have any family. If you don't have any family and you go to courts with CBIS or any type of court situation when a kid's involved, and even though you made up all of the things you did wrong, of course you didn't do nothing criminal. You know how the courts is. They extort you, and they will get your kids adopted, and they'll get their bonuses, because the courts is and what you call it, extortion system for guys, especially in America. It's the worst. I tell guys in Nigeria and abroad, in the Gambia and Ethiopia, don't come to America trying to marry no woman. And even in Nigeria, I was told by an associate of mine, they told me, yeah, they can try to trap you. They can go to court if they got enough family. They got to have strong family ties. But it's not likely to happen, though. But usually if you fuck with the wrong one, most likely it will not happen out there in Nigeria. But in America, yes, the courts are on the side of the woman. And you guys got to learn how to navigate those type of evil Jezebel spirits. This message, when I speak, I'm speaking for good men. And I'm speaking for good women. I'm not speaking for the bad people. There's only like 25% of narcissistic males and 80% of narcissistic women. So this is what I learned anecdotally. And so I don't hate on the women, okay? I actually try to help women and in between and hermaphrodites and transvestites. That's just what I do, okay? I don't try to bash you. I just try to put a mirror to your face and say, hey, this is you and this is your quality. I'm a 7. My high qualifications is about a 90%, okay? I am not a narcissist. I know exactly what I need. I'm smarter than the average person. Take the test. Take the motherfucking test. As a matter of fact, I search up myiq.com and pay your dollar and then cancel the subscription. And you'll see if you're smarter than the average person. There's an IQ test out there you can take. Just pay it and then just cancel the subscription and you'll get that certificate. Take the test and finish it as fast as you can. And I thought I was just like the average person. I guess not. Finish that thing in 15 minutes. Those questions are kind of complex though. Okay, because it has something to do with spatial, visual, and memorization, and I wish they had more math and more vocabulary, but it didn't. But it gave you 39 questions. But my ID, okay, my ID, IQ, myiq.com. And then you show me your certificate. And then they'll give you a message stating that you are smarter than the average person. I'm smarter than 7.5 billion people in the world. And I said, nah, I don't know if that's true, though. I know there's some savants out there who are smarter, but they're rare. Yeah, it is rare. Yeah, that's only like 1 million people. I'm not smarter than just those 1 million people out there. Okay, so that's a fact. Okay, so let's take the test, guys. Take the Myers-Briggs test. Take those tests so you know. A new word terminology just came out in 2025. It's called an ultravert. Okay, I have the capability of being social, but I prefer isolation, more introverted. But I'm not an extrovert. See, there's a difference. So let's look up that word, ultravert. Ultravert. Okay? And you can get back to me. You can ask me questions if you like, okay? But you call me crazy, you curse yourself. I'm not responsible for your downfall, right? The demons talk to me and angels all night. I take my holistic measures, okay? Other than that, I like this guy, and I hope you got this message very clear. I hope you learned something from this video. I don't really do live chats or anything because people are too broke these days because of the COVID thing that happened and people having problems with their finances. I charge $30 a month, okay? And I also charge $5 a month for my therapy sessions that go along on TikTok. You just have to check it down below. Or you can contact me through my Facebook, because I'm usually on Facebook and TikTok. If the universe brings you to me, great. Okay, but I'm not trying to be too ambitious on this virtual world, because there are trolls. There are some trolls. There's people who want to defame your character because they think you're a certain way, just like they did with Donald Trump today. You know, people always make assumptions about people until they get to know them, and you shouldn't listen to people who make judgments upon people because of what they said something on the internet. It doesn't prove anything. Okay, you have to know a person before you make a judgment, because that is called defamation of character. Other than that, that's all I really gotta say, because I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. And I'm going to Sierra Leone, I think, next month. Okay. And another thing, too, I want you guys to understand, do not make plane tickets ahead of time or early schedule, unless you have all of the money, because you'll be charged a fee if you want to cancel a plane ticket. I posted a lot of my videos from Nigeria and a lot of vital information. A lot of guys can't do what I do. This is why I gatekeep. I'm not that ambitious. I'm not sugarcoating none of my videos. I'm not putting sparkles for feminine individuals to get attracted to it like moths to flame. I'm not doing that. I'm not lazy either, okay? It's just that's the way I prefer it, okay? Other than that, that's all I really want to say, guys. Don't make plane tickets too early. Test her loyalty. Teach her constantly. Like when you have daughters, you have to teach them constantly. And if they don't want that lesson, you can send them away. And if they want to come back, you charge them to the game. You charge them to the game. Like I charge my ex-wife. She gets paid me for my services. Okay, she thinks that, oh, I'm scot-free. You should forgive me. No, bitch, you have to pay. There's consequences. I'm not putting her in jail because she'll be useless in jail. Same thing with my daughters. Everybody you got to take with a grain of salt and say they are capable of melting or staying stable. Once they use their emotion for chaos, let them fly away, okay? Let them fly away. That's the strategy. Sometimes you may have to push them to see what their tolerance level is, right? So psychological testing, okay? And you have to warn them not to do certain things, and they'll be on the fine line, okay? And it's not walking on eggshells, what some people may say. It's not walking on eggshells. It's not. You can't be hard on people. You know, we are all human, okay? Other than that, that's all I really got to say, guys. I love you all, but I despise the many of you. I just don't like 90% of you. For good, obvious reasons. Y'all have a nice day, okay? And protect yourself. Cover your ass. Your assets, too, okay, right? Peace.